time he uses powers, he has an orgasm face where he's like, ugh! The entire time. Tell me I'm fucking joking. Tell me I'm joking. It is absolute fact. Every time he goes, ugh! Every time he does it, it's either he's having an orgasm or he's having a seizure. It's one of the two. Hello, I just wanted to thank you for clicking on my video, and I wanted to let you know not only do I create content in my YouTube channel here, Class in a Glass, but I'm also on Twitch where I play single-player games, multiplayer games, I do movie reviews, cartoon reviews, and a whole bunch of other stuff. Also, it would be a big help if you can check out my Patreon, where you can gain access to audio commentaries, reactions, and the ability to submit questions for my podcasts and videocasts. And all that content can be found in the links below. In the meantime, enjoy the video. We'll see, chat. But now, my friends, we must move on to my next review, by scene breakdown, chat, to X-Men Evolution, Episode 2, X-Impulse, chat. We start in the bedroom of a teenage girl. Oh, here we go. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. So, chat, we start in the bedroom of a teenage girl. And she's having night terrors, chat. She's been dreaming. She's dreaming. My favorite place is yours. She's dreaming that she is flying above the city. Chris Hansen, help! Help this poor girl. We're starting in the bedroom of a teenage girl, chat. She's dreaming that she is flying above the city, chat. She might as well be fucking Superman right now. She's laughing. She's having a fun time. She's whooping, she's hollering, shit. All of a sudden, boom, that shit shuts off. And I feel this. You ever imagine that, like, you're dreaming you're falling, chat? Or you feel like you have to, like, and you catch yourself like you're awake. Like, you got to wake yourself up because you feel like you actually are falling. Or, like, in that part where you're kind of asleep but not really asleep. And you, like, go, because it just feels like, you're just sinking in. It happens to me all the time. It's like, fuck, it freaks me out. And she suddenly falls, and she feels like she's like, ah! And this poor teenage girl, chat, for whatever reason, she falls, and she wakes up, and she's suddenly in her basement. She went from her bedroom, chat, and now she's in her basement, and she's just like, oh, what's going on? And she's just, and her mom and dad are coming down, like, Kitty, what's wrong? Kitty, what are you doing down here? Are you okay? And the dad comes out, honey, were you just sleepwalking? She goes, I was falling, and now I'm here. I don't know what's going on. And they're like, honey, it's okay. You must have just been sleepwalking. It's okay. It happens. And the dad looks up and he goes, no, something happened. And they see, chat, that the blanket and the pillow are caught. They're like, they're like caught within the fucking beams of the fucking roof, or not the roof, of the floor. Like they went, like they're halfway through the goddamn floor, chat, halfway through the basement ceiling. And they're looking at this like, what the heck is going on? And it's like, this is the introduction, chat, of Kitty Pryde, Shadowcat. You know, she has the power to be able to go through objects. And when she touches specific objects, chats, or people, she's able to take them with her. You know, she can make them, I guess, what's the specific word, Chad? And, you know, they're like, I always forget, like, what her specific power set is called. Not translucent. What the hell is her powers? Phasing. She fucking simple goddamn word. Phasing, you idiot. Phase. And phase. Phase, that's it. Phasing. Ethereal. I'll take ethereal. I was thinking, I think it was a big smart word. It's phasing. So you can phase through things. And then we get like a really creepy fucking scene where Professor X he's been monitoring Kitty Pryde the entire time. And he's like, her power is activated. Which is, Professor X is a creeper in this show. And he's like, Jean's sleeping because she's got a midterm in the morning. She goes, Professor, what's going on? What? I've been watching a teenage girl sleep all night. And she goes, why have you been doing that? And he goes, intangible. That's the word, intangible. I'll take phasing. I'll take intangible and phasing. And she goes, why are you doing that? She's a mutie. She goes, okay. And we're going to go there and talk to her parents. By the way, they approach this in the completely wrong way, Che. It's fucking weird. Where they're just going to go to her parents out of the fucking blue to talk to them about their daughter. And if I'm a parent's like, how the fuck do you know about our daughter in the episode last night? That's exactly what happens. Like, Professor X, he's bad at this. He's bad in introductions, chat. And then we cut to the morning, and, you know, her parents, Kitty's, you know, parents want to keep her home. And they're like, we don't want you to go to school. She's like, listen, what happened happened. It's fine, okay? Don't worry about it. It's like, I just want to go to school. I want to feel normal, okay? Don't you want me to be normal? And her mom's like, Kitty, of course I want you to be normal. She goes, okay, well, let me go to school. And she's like, and the dad's like, Kitty, are you okay, Kitty? And mom's like, okay, listen, I'll talk to your dad. Just be safe, okay? And she goes, okay, bye, Mom, and she leaves. And, you know, the dad comes down, and they're like, well, where's Kitty? She's like, send her to school. Why'd you send her to school? She just, listen, we'll talk about it when she gets home. She'll be fine. He goes, okay, all right, Jesus. And then later, we cut to so there's two different high schools in the show. We have high school A and high school B. Kitty's is high school B. Let's talk about high school A. And fucking Kurt Wagner, chap, Nightcrawler, he's late to fucking class because he's too busy stuffing his fucking fat German face full of American cheeseburgers, Chad. He can't help himself. And who fucking catches him, Chad? Goddamn Mystique. We don't know it's Mystique, though, because she's Mrs. Ravencraft, where the hell her name is in this. She's like the vice principal of the school. And she's like, Kurt Wagner, what the hell are you doing? And he goes, I don't mean to be made for late for class. And Scott Summers, he saves his ass next time. He's like, Kurt, come on, man. He's still on that German time right now. Got to get him to class. Thank you, Miss Ravencraft. And she's like, she's pissed. And they go inside. Meanwhile, chat, we cut to the residence of the Pryde, chat, Kitty Pryde's parents, and fucking, you know, Charles Xavier was like, let's just take the X-Jet. And Jean Grey's like, Professor, I think we should just, you know, approach this in a different way. And he goes, no, fuck it, we gotta do it this way. And so they land the X-Jet. We're on the front lawn of the people of the residence, chat, the Pryde residence. They get out there, and fucking Mr. Pryde steps out of his wife and goes, why the fuck did you just land a plane here? And Professor Xavier's like, no, don't worry about it. Listen, I was watching your daughter sleep last night, and she has special abilities, right? And he's like, how? What? It is the fuck. Watch this episode, Chad. Tell me I'm fucking wrong. Tell me I'm goddamn wrong. And it's like, how do you know about what happened last night? And Jean Grey's like, listen, he's not good at introductions. And we could just talk to you inside your home. He's like, no, we could talk about whatever the fuck we want to say out here on my goddamn property right in front of my porch. And she goes, you know, he's talking to her husband. She's like, listen, I mean, she's like, no, I'm not hearing it. I don't know who the fuck who you people are. She's like, we know that your daughter has special abilities. You're those goddamn muties. Get your mutie feet off my property, okay? My dad is not a mutie. And he goes inside the house. And Jean Grey's like, Professor, you're really bad at this. And he goes, I know. Like, he sucks. He's terrible at this. So I'm like, all right. And he goes, Gene, your job is to convince Kitty Pryde to join the X-Men. And I love that he sounds like Sean Connery through the entire thing. That's the voice of Professor Xavier. And Gene's like, Professor, I have a midterm, and I want to go on a date with Scott. He goes, I don't fucking care. And she's like, God, fine. And so she has to go to the school and just, like, stalk Kitty Pryde, because otherwise Professor Xavier would do it, and you don't want that fucking creeper to do it. Meanwhile, chat, we cut to fucking Kitty. She's at her locker. She got in late, but she's getting all her stuff out. And we see these two fucking bitches. Sorry, chat, it's the fact. These two girls, they're like two extras in Mean Girls, chat. You know, Lindsay Lohan. When Lindsay Lohan comes in there, she was just raised in Africa the whole time. She's very polite and nice. You have these fucking Mean Girls take advantage of her, chat. You know, and you know they just start talking shit about her behind her back. He's like, oh, look at her. Look at little Miss Kitty, Miss Perfect Pryde. You know, she's like acing every single class, but we know that she's fucking failing. She's fucking failing gym because she has derpy little legs and she can't run. Isn't there? And Kitty's just ignoring all this. She's like, I'm not paying attention to all this. And so eventually, they do some fucking Stephen King bully shit, where they walk behind her and they go, hey, Kitty, looks like you're going to be late for your next fucking class, slut. And they push her into her locker, chat, and they lock her in there. They go, and they take the lock, chat, boo, and she's like, hey, let me out. And they're like, ha, see you later, batch. And they leave. And it's like, no, that's terrible. And she's just banned the locker, chat. She's fucking hyperventilating because she's scared. Meanwhile, Chad, we're introduced the character of Lance. Lance, Chad, he eventually become Avalanche, or Richter. He has many names, but this Lance, and he's the school bad boy in high school B, and he's gonna go ahead and just do graffiti all the locker shit. So he has his fucking red spray paint, and he goes, starts spraying all them, and Kitty's just fucking freaking out. She's like, help me, let me out, and she phases through it, and she collapses into Lance, and they're like, oh, he's like, we're girlfriend and boyfriend now, right? And she goes, no, and she goes, but I saw what you did. That was amazing. You were intangible, didn't you? You phased through. She goes, no, that wasn't what I did. I just opened the lock. He's like, the door's fucking closed right now. You just missed me opening it. She's like, no, you're just like me. You're just like me. You're special. We have these abilities. And she goes, I don't know who you are. I'm leaving, Jim. I gotta go. And she fucking leaves. And she goes to gym class. Meanwhile, fucking Scott Summers and Kurt Wagner, they're getting home from class, early for whatever reason. They're walking home. I was like, that's kind of fucking weird, but okay. And they know it's Logan, he's Logan's, he's washing his motorcycle. He's washing motorcycle. Then he goes, he catches a scent on the breeze, chat. And we cut many miles away, dozens of miles away, and we see him, chat. Sabretooth is coming to town, right? And he's riding his fucking motorcycle, and he needs to have a showdown with Wolverine Logan, chat, James Howlett. And I look at cut, like, first of all, Wolverine's like washing his motorcycle, and the very next scene, he's on top of the X-Mansion just going, I have his scent, and he suits up, chat. He gets the montage. We're in the classic orange. Now it's not the yellow, it's not the orange and brown outfit or yellow brown outfit. It's orange and navy blue, which I really do like. I really like the orange and navy blue outfit that he has in this series. It's pretty goddamn cool looking, and he suits up. He gets on his phone, has his helmet. I like it as even though he has the fucking hair and everything. The hair points out. He has a helmet made for his hair. So it's this big, derpy fucking helmet he puts on. He's like, I have to get into a fight. And he rides off. And then fucking Kurt Wagner and Scott Summers, they see Logan ride off. And go, he looks like he has a bad attitude right now. And fucking Kurt's like, hey, let's fucking follow him. Scott's like, okay. And so they go into the garage. And Kurt's like, hey, let's take the X Humvee. And Scott's like, no, let's be a little more inconspicuous, Kurt. Let's take my car, which is Scott Summers' famous car throughout the comics and shit. It's just, hot rod red with the race stripe, down the middle and everything, white race stripe. They pile in there and they go after Logan. By the way, Logan can fucking smell him unless he just doesn't give a shit. I imagine that's the case. By the way, Logan, he's older than all the kids in this, like Scott and Kurt, they're all teenagers here. Logan is like, he's probably at least a century old at this point. He's a professor along of Storm, which I love that they made like certain characters like the adults and the rest of them are very much children. I think that was cool. They're high school students. Pixel Mike, thank you for the 100 biddies. Appreciate that. Welcome to stream. Hope you're enjoying yourself. Currently reviewing X-Men Evolution. Meanwhile, chat, we cut back to high school and Kitty Pryde, she's like, I can't fucking run. She can't run, chat, down the track. She's tripping over herself and stuff. And those goddamn girls like, how the fuck did that bitch get out of the locker? It sucks. I hate you, suck, Pryde. She's like, stop making fun of me. And meanwhile, chat, we cut to Lance. Ends with these two bullies, and they're trying to break into the roof, because what they want to do is they want to steal the test scores to their midterms. Or not test scores. They want to steal the answers to the upcoming midterms. And if we get in there, we can steal all the fucking, we'll memorize them. Boom, we're good. All right, we got to fight against the man. Fucking school's trying to keep us down. All right, that's what we got to do. And these two guys that he's with, they're like, listen, man, this is kind of, I don't know, this is really dangerous. We didn't think we'd break in and stuff. And he's like, are you messing with me? Are you not into this? And all of a sudden, like, everything starts to shake like an earthquake. Like, oh, no, man, we're with you. But then he gets distracted because he says, oh, wait a minute. I know a better way to get in here. Because like, if he broke in with his earthquake powers, chat, it would cause just destruction. It would be spotted easily. But he sees Kitty Pryde and goes, she can phase through shit. She's intangible after all. And he just goes, and when we get the funniest, one of the funniest things in the series, chat. So every time Lance, or Avalanche as he's called, that's his X-Men Brotherhood of Evil name, every time he uses powers, he has an orgasm face where he's like, ugh! The entire time. Tell me I'm fucking joking. Tell me I'm joking. It is absolute fact. Every time he goes, ugh! Every time he does it, it's either he's having an orgasm or he's having a seizure. It's one of the two. And so he looks at Kitty Pryde, and it's like, I guess he was just jerking. Nope, yep, see, it's just the goddamn fact. And he just looks at it and goes, ew. And he causes this like little bit of dirt to rise, and she trips over it. She has a quake boner, exactly. Has a quake boner, and she trips over this fucking thing. And she falls, and all the girls are like, "Ha, you fucking fell, you fat bitch." And she's like, "I'm not fat. Stop saying this." And she runs away. And you know, he's like, "Hell yeah, I did that." Meanwhile, Kitty, she runs into this auditorium, the theater building, and she's just, she's like, she's very, distraught, because everything she's been going through, chat, and being, mocked by these really evil fucking Stephen King bullies. And her phasing powers, and she actually knocks something over, but she tries to catch it, and it phases right through her hand. She's like, "Oh shit!" And then the person who walks in, chat, stops her from falling, is Jean Grey. She goes, "Hey, listen, you don't know me. I wouldn't do it this way, but I know about your powers, Kitty." She's like, "Who are you?" She's like, "Listen, I'm like you. I have these abilities. I know what you're going through. I'm from another school, and my friend and I, we recently talked to your parents. And I just want to take a moment. I know it's a little awkward, but I just want to take a moment to talk to you." She goes, I'm completely normal. What are you talking about?" She goes, "Listen, I know you're not feeling well right now. I know what you're thinking." And she goes, "What do you mean you know what I'm thinking?" And she goes, "Well, it's one of my other abilities. I have telekinesis, but I also am a telepath." She went, "Are you reading my mind?" She goes, yeah." And she goes, "Get out of my fucking head." And she's like, she just runs off. She goes, "Shit. Oh, God damn it. This is harder than I thought it would be." And because she read her mind. It's like, shouldn't have done that. You gotta approach these people in a better way. You got into their personal space, and you betrayed them. So now she's like, "Fuck." Oh, she goes, "Oh, God." And she gets, Professor X on Mind Skype. She goes, "Listen, I'm going to try to keep talking to this girl at this point." And he goes, "Go ahead and do it. I'm going to try with her folks." He's like, "Don't talk to them, Professor X. You make it worse." She's like, "I'm going to do it." And he goes, "Okay." And so eventually she goes in the hallway, chat. But Kitty, she runs into Lance at this point. She runs into Lance, and he goes, "Whoa, it's you. I was just going to see if you were okay. I saw you take that nasty fall. Are you all right?" She goes, "Everyone's just messing with me, and I'm really scared." And he goes, "Shh, it's okay. Listen, let's just sit down and talk. Let's just talk. Okay?" Nothing. They sit down, they talk. And he goes, "Listen, I have these abilities, right? And they made me feel really weird. I felt like a freak. But I realized, the amazing things I could do with them. And I saw what you could do, and that was incredible. You mean embrace them. Embrace who you are as a person. Forget those evil bitches. Forget whoever you've been talking to before. Forget your folks. Just do what you want to do. Do what makes you feel comfortable." And she goes, "Really?" And she goes, "Yeah. Let's help each other out. What do you let me help you. All right, it'll be cool, right?" And he goes, "Listen, I think it'll be kind of I got an idea. All right? You meet me here after school in front of this building, and we'll practice your powers. All right? I'll show you what I can do. You can show me what you can do. We have a lot of fun." And she goes, "Okay." And they're flirting back and forth and stuff. They have a romance, they hint at a romance between them throughout the entire series. I don't know if they ever go into it, but they're always it's that it's that kind of romance, it's trouble, but we'll see. Later on, Lance, he runs into Jean Grey, and that's the thing, because Professor Xavier also knows about Lance too, and "I won't go with Kitty, we'll go after him too." And she's like, "Hey, listen, Lance, I know you've been talking to Kitty." He's like, "Stay away from me, bitch." And she's like, "Whoa, take it easy, man." He's like, "She doesn't want to fucking see you. You're just trying to control her woman. You let her be her own person, okay? That's what I'm trying to teach her." She goes, "I think what you're teaching her is probably something very illegal. Listen, I want to help you, but I want to help her too." And she goes, "Hey, fuck off." And she's like, "Fuck." And she does the goddamn mind Skype with Professor Xavier. She's like, "Listen, this Lance kid, he's a bad egg. We can help him maybe someday, but he's trying to convince Kitty to do something I imagine is illegal. How you want me to handle it?" He's like, "I have to help as soon as possible." He goes, "Of course I do." She's like, "All right, I'll handle it." Meanwhile, do you remember Logan's in this episode? Logan, fucking Cyclops, and Kurt Wagner are currently tracking Logan, chat. And Logan goes inside into the city, and he fights, and there's fucking Sabretooth. They're on top of a parking garage, and fucking Logan's like, "I hate that fucking guy." And he goes up there, chat, and him and fucking Sabretooth start just throwing punches, chat. They just start doing it. I love it because Wolverine, despite the fact he has fucking adamantium claws, he does not he's not having them come out throughout this entire fight until one final moment. But he does not use them. They're just punching each other. And I think it's implied that Sabretooth in this series, I forgot, is the father of of Wolverine. There's been so many iterations of their relationship over the comics. Sometimes they've been brothers. Sometimes they've just been random people that just hate each other. Sometimes Logan has been the son of Sabretooth. I think maybe this one is I think Logan is the son of Sabretooth. I don't know. But, you know, because he refers to, like, he always talks to, like, Logan. He calls him a right. There's, like, I forget the key word he uses to what he says to Logan. It feels like he implies that he's his son. But they fucking go at it. And at one point, Sabretooth is very fucking strong. He grabs a car and he just smushes Wolverine against the concrete pillar, just crushing him. And Kurt, you know, fucking Cyclops is like, hey, asshole. He blasts him with his Cyclops blast, his concussive blastoforce. And Kurt, he flings himself at, with his agility chat. You know, he flings himself at Sabretooth, but he just bounces right off because Sabretooth, he's a thick boy. He's a thick boy. And so then at this point, this gives Logan time to get the car off of him. But then Kurt and Cyclops, they blast Sabretooth inside an elevator. And Logan, he jumps into the elevator with him. And he snicks his claws, just about to stab him, chat. And then all of a sudden, Sabretooth just kicks him. And the elevator doors close. Like, he was about to kill him right there. Because he finally unsnicks his claws, his snicks. And he's like, nope. And then he's like, and then we see her from the bottom of the elevator as it goes down because Logan, like, destroys the one door. And he's like, until next time, Wolverine. Until next time, we'll finish this fight. Unlikely. And then Kurt Wagner is saying, yeah, we kicked his ass. We're the X-Men. And Logan's like, listen, I don't involve myself in your high school shit and your problems. So keep your fucking asses out of mine. Okay? You failed you failed my test today. You're like, what are you talking about? What test? He's like, you failed it. And he's like, what are you talking about? And they leave. And they leave. Meanwhile, we cut back to Lance and Kitty Pryde, and she has taken Lance. She's made him intangible, along with herself, and goes in the office chair with keeping the test answers. She goes, whoa, I did. He goes, that was awesome, Kitty. You did? She's like, yeah, I never did that. Like, actually, like, physically tried to do it that time. That was amazing. She's so happy with herself. He goes, hey, just give me a minute. She goes, what are you doing? He goes, I'm just, you know, man, I'm just fighting against the man, girl. That's what I'm doing. Getting all these test answers. She goes, but that's like cheating. Wait a minute. You just did all this just to cheat on a test? And he goes, well, you know, I mean, it's just, they're oppressing us, telling us what we can do, not do. Like, this is going to hamper us, right? We don't need to know this shit. Kitty, come on. Well, you know what? Here, come on. Here, you know what? Let's change some grades around. Let's go. Hey, let's change that PE score, right? Let's go to Pryde, Kitty. And he types in there. He's like, no, stop it. Stop it. I don't need to do that. And she goes, like, what's wrong? What's wrong? She goes, all right, you lied to me. You just want to use me for this. And he goes, no. No, I like you. I think you're cute. She goes, these aren't for you. And meanwhile, the door opens. And Jean Grey walks in along with Professor Xavier and the parents. Or no, not Professor Xavier. He's outside. But Jean Grey walks in the parents. And fucking Mr. Pryde's like, hey, stay away from my daughter. And he's like, she doesn't belong to you now, old man. She's mine. She's not fucking property, Lance. And he grabs her. And then we see he grabs her chin and he goes, ew. He does the earthquake thing. The orgasm earthquake thing. He destroys a wall. Here's this big fucking wall, and he's in there just like, oh, the foundation started to get all shook up, and Jean's like, holy shit, because the things are, roof's coming down on him. Like, we're there, and she freezes in midair, like, shit, no, she's like, Kitty, no, don't do this. Don't do this, and, like, your parents know what's going on with you. They want to help you, okay? My friend and I, we've talked to them. We can do so much for you. She's like, she doesn't need you. She's coming with me. And Kitty's like, no. And she makes herself intangible and gets out of his grip. Like, I don't need you. You're fucking me. And he goes, well, fine. Do what you want. He does the orgasm thing and brings the whole fucking building down. But Jean Grey is like, okay, this is getting really hard. And then Professor Xavier's just outside going, this is a good show. He's such a prick. He said, Professor X is an asshole in this show. He's like, this is funny. He's watching from the outside. Eventually, Kitty's like, it's okay. Just everyone hold on to me. I'm going to get us all through this. And so she makes everybody intangible. And the fucking Jean has to let it go because it's too much. Professor X helps her. He calms her mind down during this whole thing. She grabs everybody. Kitty grabs her, and they go out the side of the debris. And they're like, whoo, Jesus fucking Christ. Jesus Christ. And Professor Xavier's like, you did good work there, Kitty Pryde. And she goes, who are you? She goes, my name is Charles Xavier. I'm a teacher for gifted youngsters like yourself. I've talked to your parents, and I want to help you. And Kitty's parents are like, we talked to them. We talked to Miss Gray and this asshole in the wheelchair. And we realized, like, you have these amazing abilities, and we wanted to make sure you can use them safely and to help people. I like what they do with the parents here. They're like, we understand our daughter has these abilities, but we want her to make sure that she's using them safely in the right way. And so we think you should join his institute and go to this high school instead. And she's like, cool, that's awesome, yeah. Meanwhile, fucking Lance, he's fucking skulking away. She's like, you gotta get out of here. But he is accosted, Chet. He is accosted by Vice Principal Ravenhoft. And she's like, where you trying to go, young man? He goes, what, where you gonna? He's like, I saw what you did over there. He said, you got no fucking proof. And he goes, I have all the proof I need. I know you have amazing abilities. And she transforms into Mystique because she got the big old blue bazooka. She goes, my avalanche. Because that's when they names him, because he causes earthquakes. Anyway, that is X-Men Evolution Episode 2, chat. X-Impulse. There you go. Creepy Xavier. Xavier's a fucking creep. Put my Quake boner in you. You would have done it. You would have fucking done it. Very fun episode, chat. Certain aspects of the series are dated. Professor X is not very good at, like, I've been watching a teenage girl all night. Like, you should have done that. Studio audience applause. Thank you, Naya. It's not evolution. You see any fucking Vaporeons or Voltions or Flareons in this show? No. According to Days of Future Past, Kitty can also send you into the past. Well, apparently. That's one of her many abilities. Talented kid, that Kitty Pryde. Talented kid. Woo, boy, chat. But now, my friends, now we're going to go ahead and jump into some Batman.